Okay. Last Friday, I got off work at 2 o'clock, 2:15.
Uh-huh.
It was a nice sunny day. Pull out of the parking lot, and there's just one little road to the highway, and there's it's a really busy road, and it backs up like crazy because there's a lot of businesses down there. So at 3:30, when everyone's off, it's just a ridiculously long lineup of cars.
And lots of traffic lights or just stop signs?
No, none. Just one at the top of the hill to get onto the highway.
Okay.
And it backs the entire road up.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, off at 2 o'clock, 2:15, whatever. So there wasn't a bunch of traffic, and I pull out onto the road.
Wait, how the heck are you off at 2 o'clock?
We just got done early. We didn't
nice.
have as many batches of liver to grind or cook or nothing. So
Is that all that dog food is liver and cook?
that's for I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I'm sure I'm allowed to say it. It says on the back of the package. It's not like a secret ingredient.
Yeah.
But yeah, liver is the base meat that's used. I don't know if you call it meat. It's more of an organ, I guess.
Protein or whatever, sure.
But yeah, that's in the out of the 4 companies that we cook for, that's their main base meat.
Oh, okay.
And then some of them you add special meats that are just chicken or pork or salmon or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's all the other ingredients that I know that I probably can't maybe say because it's a secret recipe. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't want to get fired. Actually, yeah. So I pull out onto the road.
Yeah.
And I'm driving up towards the highway, and I'm like, man, that old lady's walking a really big dog. And this old lady walking a really big dog.
Does she have a cane or a walker or anything?
Nah, she just looked old. But anyways,
okay.
As I get closer, I'm like, this doesn't. It was black too, so I was like, this doesn't really look like a dog. What the is this thing? As I drive past, it's a black sheep. And she's got a purple leash, and it's got a purple collar on it, and this old lady just walking her black sheep down the side of the road. I was like, what?
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, the amount of dogs that are in Canmore, everyone has a dog.
You should get a dog.
No.
Oh, you have a
but
cat.
It's
you guys take Chloe for walks?
No.
Why?
Angela, my girlfriend used to have a harness for her. And she said in Edmonton, she took her out onto the front lawn of their apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And Chloe is such a, she's such a weenie. She's just freaking out. Even when she goes, she sometimes escapes into the hallway in our building.
Yeah.
But she gets 5 steps and then she's just oh my God. And then she runs back inside. We don't even have to worry about losing her because she's so scared.
That's funny.
Yeah. No.
Most cats are just gone.
There's so many different dogs too. Even this one person in our building has a Great Dane that's literally the size of a small horse. This thing is enormous.
It's probably 6'4" when it stands up.
Well, yeah, because then it runs out to the balcony sometimes because their balcony overlooks the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
And
his head is
he's standing there like you, front arms on the railing, just straight up in the air. It's holy, this thing is huge. And then there's other people with dogs, not quite like chihuahuas, but I don't know. They're smaller than cats. They're just little meh. So weird.
You have to. There's no option out of it.
Okay.
What kind of dog are you getting?
We always talked about getting a Burmese mountain dog, but he would be strictly outside because they shed a lot.
Yeah.
But I like big dogs, and I want to get the other thing was, one of my girlfriend's friend had it was a border collie crossed with kind of a, how border collies are kind of thinnish, they're not a very big meaty dog like a German Shepherd or something like that.
So I don't really know what a border collie.
That's the sheepdog, black and white.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, but she had a cross of one of those. I think it was like Border Collie, Black Lab, something. So it was a really cool looking dog, really smart,
Yeah.
and like that would be a cool dog.
Do you
to have
remember
still.
Shepherd?
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
Border Collie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, Shadow.
Shadow.
Shepherd.
That's close.
At least we were still on the same track. That
Yeah.
was kind of funny.
knew what we were talking about.
No, but I always want big dog, outside dog, and then my names for them was either Senka or Vader. That's just cool dog names. Or Hank the Tank. We always talked about if we got a big ass dog, he'd be Hank the Tank.
Sanka, I don't think would fit a Burmese mountain dog.
Hey, Senka. Yeah. Could you imagine like a big shaggy Burmese mountain dog, Rastafarian Senka?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay,
We have a
give him
dog.
dreads.
We have a dog at work.
Yeah.
Well, it's like my boss's dog, but the dog just
Yeah.
like hangs out all day. His name's Brewy.
Brewy.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Cool.
good dog name.
Yeah.
Pretty good dog name.
Not bad, not bad.
My dog would probably be a golden doodle.
Like a golden retriever poodle.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
they're so cute. Oh, it's adorable. Love them.
Okay. Yeah.
My one friend sent me a video. I can't remember what kind of dog they have, but it's like kind of like a black lab looking thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was eating a Dairy Queen ice cream cone,
Yeah.
and its ears were just like flapped back, eyes just so wide, just going to town. Is just the cutest little video ever.
Yeah. You know the movie How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah,
The boy's dragon, Toothless?
yeah. The night
Ha-
something.
Yeah. Night Fury or whatever.
Yeah.
You know how its face kind of looks and its ears are kind of like a certain way and that?
Uh-huh.
I swear. So when you get Chloe, our cat, real hyped up, like playing with a laser pointer or something, she gets down on the ground in like attack position or whatever, but her eyes just get huge and her ears turn backwards. And we were talking about this, and it's probably because she's so focused on what's in front, she wants to hear what's behind.
Mm,
But when she does that, she looks exactly like Toothless.
that's cool.
It's weird.
You should just change her name.
Yep. Toothless
Tailless.
the dragon. Okay. Are we talking about anything this episode?
No.
We're
if
like
you
almost-
if you had to get rid of your knees or your elbows,
What does that mean?
like you
So I just have like a big locked up straight
yeah,
arm?
or you just
Oh my god. That's
Don't wanna-
ridiculous.
what would you do? You got to get rid of either your knees or your elbows.
My elbows, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think I could walk with no knees.
No, I know you just be like waddling. I
Yeah.
feel like knees, you could like run, you could like still like fight people if you had to, because your like
Yeah.
arms are just like swinging. You could drive like
guess.
those cool guys that like sit back and they're just like, yo, can't drive
But
stiff leg. Like, what are you doing?
But I feel like when I spent the better part of a year without the use of one of my arms, like
And what
I
about
guess
the use of one of your legs when you had your
Yeah.
knee thing?
yeah, that's true. I've had both.
You've experienced it all.
The best part was when I was in like a full leg splint to try and help one of my knees or whatever, and I think that was like when I was 16, so it was the first year that I could have drove in the Derby.
Uh-huh.
But I was gonna like just rip one of the cars around the field, so I jumped in and just drove with my left foot, and my right foot was just like hanging out the side.
Nice.
But
Do you want to
yeah,
talk
we had
about Derby?
yeah. I didn't even think of that. Oh my god, it's weird how like for a while, like a couple years in a row, Derby was such a big thing for us that it was like all the cousins were like, "Happy Derby!"
So
Like,
it's like
yeah,
it's like
this is
the
like a
event-
holiday for
it's
us.
the event of the summer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It started at like
And-
it was like June 24th.
I feel like we might have talked about this already, or maybe I was talking to somebody else about this. But when I was in like junior high and high school, from January on was just the best because January you'd do a couple things, and then it was semester break, and then right after semester break was teacher convention, so you got like 5 days off, and then after teacher convention was Easter, which was right away, and then we usually went to Tofino, and it like all just happened right away. And then as soon as we got back from Tofino, there was like 1 or 2 weeks, and then it was gun show, and we got to just like spend all time doing gun show stuff. And then right after that, it was like coming around to end of April, beginning of May, and it's time to start building derby cars, or like looking for them.
Yeah.
And it was just
Always on
the
the hunt
whole
for derby cars.
from January to June just seemed to fly by in my mind. But yeah, then at the end of June every year was derby, which was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So, like the first derby when we were little kids, I don't even honestly remember who it was run by.
I don't know.
But that was when we all had the matching coveralls with Dad. That was pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
that was cool. We like watched the derby, and then the next day we were like in the sandbox, or like I don't know, in the basement playing with toy cars. And it was like,
Yeah.
I want to be this guy. No, I want to be this guy. Like guys
Yeah.
from the derby the day before, just like obsessed.
Oh yeah, we used to.
fanboys.
Mom said we used to do that, like just on summer holidays. We'd be like, "Want to play derby? Sure." And we'd be like, "Okay, you be him, I'll be him," and we would just run into each other.
Do you remember bear? We're getting way off topic, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't have a topic, so.
There wasn't a topic. Yeah.
Do you remember bear fights? We'd like be in
Yeah.
our coveralls in the backyard
Yeah.
and just like
And then
fight
just
each
wrestle
other.
each other. I don't know why we called it bear fight.
Do you remember when I flipped you over my shoulder in the bonus room?
Yeah.
And we thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, both of us. I wasn't even hurt. You like we were
No,
wrestling,
we were like wrestling.
and you completely put me over your shoulder.
No, like you were like I had
Slammed
you
the
on my
ground.
back, like flipped right, yeah. And it,
And as soon as I hit, I just jumped up. I was like, "Whoa!"
how'd you do that? Oh my god!
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was awesome. Do you remember bar fights? I don't know if you
Yeah.
really took part. You took part in the bar fights.
Yeah.
So like all
when
the cousins would be over for whatever, and we're in our upstairs
Christmas
living
or
room,
like yeah.
and just like you're just throwing people over couches and chairs and smashing pillows over heads and
The 10-year-old version of a legit bar fight.
pretty much just mayhem.
Oh, that I do remember that. That was wild.
Yeah.
How did people not get more hurt doing stuff like that? And then there's the video. I have this video of probably around either Christmas time or something, but we were all quite a bit older. I was probably like 16 or so. And it's like you, me, Rihanna, or oh my god, I almost just went wild with names. Let's see if we can run this down to like you, me, Buzz Lightyear, Bobby Boucher, Marty McFly. You don't know who
Who the hell's Bobby Boucher?
Bobby Boucher married Swifty.
Yeah,
we
but
can't say-
who is that?
Well, remember how like she has another nickname,
Yeah,
but
Bo.
everybody knows that nickname?
I should have not have said that.
No, that's okay. But then we were talking about the way I spell Bosch,
Uh-huh.
and Swifty goes, "No, that's like Boucher. We should call her Bobby Boucher."
Okay.
Anyways,
I never heard that.
Marty McFly was there,
Yeah.
and his brother, who we do not have a name for yet, who he wants to be a guest on the show. We should do that sometime.
Call him up right now.
No.
Okay.
No.
Not right now. Sorry, next time.
We'll plan that.
We should do a thing where we just like not randomly call people, but it's like
Ooh,
it's
yeah.
just like, hey, like a radio talk show. Like, hey, caller, you're live. Yeah.
We could do that. I bet you we could do that to someone like Swifty or right now, and they would be.
And then just
entertained.
ask them a question. As soon as they say their answer, just hang up. Oh, all right. Next caller. I don't know. I'm just going.
No, that's a good idea. That's a freaking good
Okay.
idea.
All right.
I don't know if Swifty's gonna be working right now or not, but I feel like we should call him.
What do we got to think of a question.
Okay, you think of a question. I'll call him.
I don't want to think of a question.
Hurry, yeah, do the straight arms and legs thing.
All right.
No, don't ask him that, but something like that.
Oh, damn.
No, I don't even know where to find this guy.
What? You gotta give me some ideas. I need something to go off of.
Okay, we're gonna ask him.
Like, should it be just ridiculous or something a little bit less ridiculous?
Wait, can I even call him if I'm on a FaceTime with you?
You could add a caller and then it's like a FaceTime. It'll FaceTime him.
Oh boy.
But then just like hold him, and then I can hear him, and you just hold him up to the mic or something.
No, but I thought about that, but the FaceTime's going to be coming through my headphones. Okay, this isn't going to work. We'll plan this out better next time. Sorry for
Okay.
that weird deviation.
Just yeah.
Yeah, good idea. Doing that.
Well,
later.
now he's gonna
Anyways.
know. We can't do that.
He doesn't
probably doesn't
watch
watch
these.
this. Yeah, he doesn't.
I actually asked him. And he's like, "Yeah, I tried to start the first episode, but then my wife wanted to go to bed, so we couldn't." And I was like, "Oh my god, okay, well." Anyways, holy crap! Should we talk more about Derby, or did we lose that completely?
What is there to talk about?
Yeah, we're like literally coming up on 15 minutes of pure nothingness here. So, wow.
Well, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, bought a freaking brand new snowboard, as you know, and still have yet to ride it. So I'd love to do that, but
Yeah. Oh, how's your gas tank? I heard it's a little leaky.
okay, yeah, that's a story. Yeah, little leaky. Got it fixed, but
Did you?
about 2 weeks ago now, fueled up my tank right full. It wasn't even super empty. It was probably like down to a quarter tank. Fueled it up, and like the next morning come out and I'm like, what the heck? Like I smell gas. Like it's pretty strong. And then I look under my truck and there's like a tiny little wet spot, and I think I can see like a wet spot on the tank.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I wouldn't doubt that it's leaking. Everything's so rusty, whatever. Wasn't leaking bad enough. I had to go to work. Just went to work, whatever.
Yeah,
then,
it wasn't like leaking on your exhaust. You gonna blow your truck up?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Exhaust is on the other side.
I know.
But anyways.
For that
Next
reason.
day. Yeah, probably. Next day. Smell gas in the morning. Then I'm like at a job site, smell gas, and I look underneath, and again, there's like a tiny wet spot. Like it's not too bad, but there's evident like drips on the tank. And so that was like when I called Dad and kind of said like, hey, what do I do? Like this, and this. My initial idea was to go straight to like, I'm just going to go to an auto wrecker, get a tank with a fuel pump and everything, because my fuel pump's having a bit of trouble, but it's not that big of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to swap out the whole tank and everything, and it'll be good.
Yeah, easy. Easy peasy.
Then Dad's like recommending a patch and stuff. Like there's a putty that you can mix together and mash a putty patch on there. And so then like Friday rolls around and I'm like, I want to go snowboarding on the weekend, so I'm going to fix this thing. So I get some putty patch stuff from Canadian Tire, and it says right on it like fuel resistant, blah blah blah, able to stick to wet fuel surfaces. And I crawl underneath my truck, and of course the pinhole is behind like the big metal strap that holds the fuel tank up. So whatever, I go under there, take off this rusty bolt, take off the rusty strap, and the strap, like as it comes off, there's like flakes of layers of metal on the tank, and I can just see them kind of open up, and fuel just starts like more fastly leaking out of there, not pouring out,
like
but
dumping on your head. Like where are you?
I'm like I'm not right underneath it. I'm not dumb. I'm not going to eat gas.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you are dumb.
Yeah, actually, speaking of which, when we were working on a derby car one time, I did eat gas. So Dad and I we had an inline fuel pump. Previously, we did like in tank, but this one was inline. Something. I can't remember. We were like trying to get it to work, and we didn't have the hose clamps on the fuel pump. And then finally, it did work, and it had built so much pressure, it shot the fuel line off at the fuel pump and then just pumped fuel everywhere. And I can't remember if it was me or Dad got it in the face or whatever, but we were fine. It wasn't that bad. but then it leaked a bunch of fuel down onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
2 days later, we're working on the same derby car, doing some welding. Then all of a sudden, it's like, there's a fire under the car. Fire, fire! And then we had to like get the fire extinguisher, put out. It was
Do
in
you
the
remember
garage.
when Dad put like him and our one uncle
Yeah.
made a flamethrower for one of the cars? A propane
that was crazy.
flamethrower? That was wicked.
No, it was fuel. It was gas.
Are you sure?
They had
Yeah.
two like electronic fuel injectors from a
and
car.
just shot the injector off.
Shot fuel straight into the air.
Okay, I
We
thought
should
it
not
was
be
like just
talking about
propane.
this.
Like I thought they just took like kind of like propane torch type rigging and just rigged it up under the hood, but I didn't know it was actually.
No.
Okay, what were you saying? I forget.
Then the garage caught fire, but we put it out with the fire extinguisher. Not a big deal.
Yeah, but we were talking about your gas tank.
Yeah. So basically, I'm looking at this gas tank where I cannot see a hole because it's coming out from behind like different layers of metal, and I'm like, this is not good. So I make this big like 6-inch or 8-inch round putty patch, smash it on there, and it is not sticking. Like fuel is shooting out from behind it. I'm just like, ah!
So if it was under the strap, couldn't you just put the putty on and hold it up there with the strap?
So then put the putty on, but remember the putty's like 8 inches round. The strap is a 2-inch strap. So
that still
put it
a
on.
little bit of it.
Put the strap back on, and I'm like, ooh, I should probably not suction this all the way down because it'll just squeeze all the stuff out. But I put it on snug enough to hold it. Well, maybe, but even the littlest bit that I tightened it, the edges of the patch like started to like flap open.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't sealing worth nothing.
Okay.
Anyways, then I sucked the thing right up, went to bed. Next day, lots of fuel. Drove to work. Or no, this was like
fuel up every day.
This was Saturday.
Okay.
And so I hadn't fueled up. I was letting it just whatever. I was using the fuel, letting a little bit drain out so that it was as little as possible. And I'm like, okay, I got to go to Calgary and like find a tank.
Yeah.
But I had even like called ahead, figured out, this yard has the exact truck that I need, got a tank, going for it. Get there bright and early, one of the first guys to the yard, and the lady at the front desk is like asking me what truck I'm looking for, and she's like, yeah, it's right over here. What parts are you getting? I'm just like, oh, I'm looking for a fuel tank. And she goes, oh, that's going to be tough. We puncture all of our fuel tanks. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, like when they show up to the yard, the guys puncture them to drain the fuel. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's so lazy.
So then at that point I was just like so like destroyed and demotivated that I just turned around and I'm out of there. I'm going to another yard. Went to like 5 more yards. They all punctured everything. The one place that didn't, it was like a much smaller wrecker. They didn't have anything close to what I needed. Then one of my uncles, Uncle Stormin, was going to help me, and he's like, well, if we find like a tank that has a puncture in it, but it's just a very like simple round puncture that we can patch that properly, we'll have the fuel tank off the truck anyways, patch it properly, put it back, it'll be good. I was like, yeah. So we go to the first lot that I went to, look under this truck, and there's like 6 or 8 like huge tooth marks. Like big machine, like bah, just destroyed that fuel tank.
That's so weird that like, cause.
Well, here's the reasoning, the best I can describe.
I
don't even think they allow you to bring torches into the yard, but it's a yard where everybody goes and works on these vehicles, and you take your own parts.
It's like a pick and pull.
So, yeah, they can't have people in there with tanks, even empty but full of fumes, like wrenching on things, creating sparks, whatever, right? So they put a bunch of holes to not only drain the fuel but aerate the tanks so that there's no chance of explosion. And it's like it's a liability thing. They're running a business that involves people underneath cars all day, Anyway.
So then Dad goes to the yard by town
in High
finds
Prairie.
one.
Yeah, in town, 2,000 people. Yeah. There's a fuel tank, exactly what I need. $100, done. Anyways, so at this point, it's like 2-3 o'clock in the day, and I have been going since 8 in the morning, found nothing,
Yeah.
eaten nothing, and my uncle's just like, okay, come to the house, we'll get a bite to eat, we'll tear your tank out, and we'll patch it properly for now. It'll last you. And by the time we got like the fuel tank off the truck and into the garage, it was like supper time, and the rest of the fuel tank was in such bad condition. Like it was so rusted out, man. We were like sanding the spots where the little
Yeah.
pinholes were, and all of a sudden you'd do like a pass with the sandpaper, 2 more holes show up. Do another pass, 2 more little pinholes show up. Like it was thin metal.
Holy smoke.
So we ended up putting on like a crazy. It was awesome. It was like a super tarry
Dude, you know what you
fiberglass
need?
resin.
You need Flex Seal.
No, I
That-
was thinking about that. And I was like, that guy is ridiculous.
Dude,
This
he
is
could
never
fix
gonna
a boat. I'm sure you could fix a gas tank. Dude, like cut a boat in half and just like patched her up. He's like, we're good.
work. Yeah, but no, we have
We're not sponsored by Flex Seal. Don't buy it.
this
We don't
really
get any money.
tarry, thick fiberglass resin. Put that on. Put some fiberglass mat on. Like this is for sure gonna hold.
Yeah.
Then we're like, okay, we're done. Let this dry. Flip the tank over, and because it was upside down, we look, and at the top there's a new wet spot, and we're like, oh my god, there's more holes. Sure enough, sand it. Yeah, there's 3 more little pinholes. Patch that. It was like 11 o'clock before we even got the tank back up under the truck.
Holy smokes.
And then drove all the way home and just cried all day Sunday instead of went snowboarding.
Yeah, good thing you got an uncle in Calgary.
That was super helpful, honestly.
Yeah, 'cause
And
that would have
then,
been a
yeah.
Canadian Tire parking lot if it wasn't.
Yeah, which they're starting to crack down on that. Like the one in Canmore here, you're not allowed to work on your vehicle
Well,
in
I
any
could
of the
see
parking
the one
lots.
in Canmore.
Obviously. But like, no, but even like just because of fuel and oil leaks and stuff.
Yeah. Did I tell you about like block heaters and like that around here?
No?
I don't know if I don't think I said it on the podcast, but I was at work and I was leaving work, and like I work with like a couple people younger than me.
Yeah.
And one of them's like, "What's that cord hanging out of the front of your car?" I was like, "What do you?" What do
They
you
don't
mean?"
know what a block heater is?
No.
Oh my god.
Like they don't like so many vehicles here don't have block heaters because it gets to like -10. I think it's the coldest.
Yeah, but
it's
they
been
live
this
in
winter.
Canada. I thought all vehicles sold in
it's
Canada
been
have
minus
block
10
heaters.
is the coldest it's been.
Yeah, I guess.
So you don't need a
That's
block
wild to
heater.
me.
So I was like, oh, it's for the block heater. He's like, what's that? So it's just like kind of like you plug it in, it keeps things warm, so your vehicle will start in the morning.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, I never heard of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, crazy. What time are we at?
29 minutes.
Oh, shoot.
Why don't you just say your quote? And
Because
let's
I got
end
it.
off?
This thing only lasts 29:59.
I know, but I started way before you. You're good. You got like 2 minutes. Say your quote fast.
I was at 29:40, so we're good.
Oh, what? I'm at 29:50, and I started way before you. Okay.
Apparently not. Okay, for this quote, yeah, I think I'll do this one because it's a good one. It goes, I can't remember who says it. I saw it on TikTok. I don't know.
That's helpful.
Well, I don't know. This big Samoan guy who was like saying all these different quotes. So I don't know if he came up with them or where he found them.
Okay.
I also don't remember his name. Anyways, it's like, this is the quote. It's, be like a duck. Remain calm on the surface and paddle like crazy underneath.
That's a good quote,
That
actually.
was a good quote. I like it. I was like, damn, this is going to be great for the podcast.
Yeah. That's kind of interesting because one of the guys I work with says like, "Oh, I wish I could be like you sometimes, Zach. You're just so like calm even when shit hits the fan."
Yeah.
But it's true because like you can't panic. You have to just like stay calm but keep the gears turning and figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Be
I
like a
that.
duck.
Whoever random guy said be like a duck.
I'll show you Google it. Find out who said it, but I didn't. I'll Google the next
That's
one.
awesome.
'Cause
Yeah,
I know I've heard it before. I also heard it on TikTok, but I heard it like before I heard it on there, so I know it's like a
Okay.
real quote. So So yeah, go out there, be
Good
like
stuff.
a duck, have a good
Everybody-
day.
Yeah.
It's Saturday. It's beautiful out in
Oh, it's
Kelowna,
beauty day.
so sure.
Yeah,
it's,
same here.
Maybe go take
Alright.
some pictures. I haven't took pictures in a long time.
Yep. Okay, we're done.